Okay, we're live from DATAcated and the Ravit show. Hey, Ravit, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you, Kate?
Good, good. Always up for an impromptu live session to talk about what we're up to. So glad to catch up with you and also with the rest of the folks online.
Yeah, very, very cool to, obviously always do these live sessions in impromptu ones are much more fun because you find the topics from the audience, they have questions. You kind of go out there. But I'm eager to learn about, what you are up to. I know we're meeting finally at Big Data London next month. So I'm super excited. We are also meeting other data vendors. So it's like a good reunion that we are having. But I'm eager to learn more about your projects. What are you doing these days? And I know there's a lot of preparation that you're doing in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know, you might come up with a conference very soon, and we might see the announcement there. Surprisingly, it can happen anytime. I'm always prepared for that. That
You know
Kate
me so
can
well, Ravit. That's
Kate can just think about it tonight, and tomorrow there'll be an announcement. And if I get on a call with you and I ask you, "Oh, this conference looks very interesting. What is it about?" and you'll be like, "I've just thought about it, and I've announced. Now I'll start preparing, and I'll put things together." And it always is successful. It's always fun to see your conferences coming live, and then all the discussions, all the speakers that you get in those 10 minutes lightning talk. It's like a game changer, right?
Thank
So
you.
I'm
Thank you
waiting
so
for
much.
those
It feels good
things.
when people
Yeah.
know me so well because that's actually what happened with my first conference. But yeah, just as the audience is joining, I see
Yep.
Kelly's saying hello, hello, hello. Please let us know if you have any
Hello.
questions about just anything, really. This is a very random, casual conversation between Ravid and I. We're going to talk about what we're both working on. So,
For
first
sure.
of all, I can't believe we did not meet in person yet. When you said that, I'm like, I thought we met because we talked so much and these video
So
calls
much.
make it seem like we've met many times. But yes, I do look forward to meeting you in person in what, less than in 3 weeks? Exactly
In
3 weeks.
3 weeks. That's
Yes.
right.
Wow. Okay. See, Ben is here. Hello, Ben. Thank you
Hey,
for
Ben.
joining us. So, no conferences coming up for me. I'm attending conferences. I'm not planning any, at least in 2023. I'm gonna, don't hold me to it. But as of now, that's not on my list. What is on my list, however, is an updated trends report. So, I don't know if
Mm,
you remember last year, I did the dedicated
I
trends
do.
report. We had 30 people
Oh,
help put
wow.
together this huge PDF. This time, I think I'm going to cut it down to more like a dozen. So, keeping it at maybe 10 to 12 people, keep it a little bit more focused in terms of
Wow.
inclusion and all that. But that's my next big project after Big Data London. How about you?
Yeah, first of all, hats off to your last report that you did. Obviously, it was a huge success. I've seen it at places, I've read it myself, that one pager concept with all the, the trends. It is definitely a game changer for someone who's wanting to read different perspectives from different personalities. So it goes long way. So I'm looking forward to your report for sure. For me, the next thing that's coming up is next month that I've been working since almost close to 9 months now, which is a LinkedIn learning course. So finally, it's all in the production. Everything's ready, and it is releasing next month. In the topic of the course is building tech community. What better than that I can talk about? I feel I'm most confident talking about it because I've been in the space for a while, but also understanding what are the nitty gritties that obviously the community wants. Why would they want to join your community? And also I'm kind of focusing on many topics such as why you should be building a tech community, but not only just that, how to start it from scratch, because that's one of the questions I kind of get day in and out, that okay, as a marketer I want to start my own community, or as a creator, as an influencer, I want to start my own community. I have a good following on LinkedIn. Now how do I make sure that I have my own newsletter, or have a Slack channel, Discord channel, or something else? And in the course, obviously it's not it's for everyone who's a
Mm.
marketer, who's into the tech space, who's wanting to build your own community. And I hope it helps. I've shared my experiences in there. I've shared some different examples there. I've shared a lot about different creators like yourself, Kate. I've mentioned a lot of people who have been an inspiration in this space and to learn from. So yeah, that's one of the big projects. I'm not working. I've worked on it. The last project that I did was obviously data observability, the reality book, with 12 other I guess 11 or 12 data observability vendors, and they came up with one chapter each, and this was the book I
Oh, look at
created
that. You
for
have the
the
hardcover.
community.
Nice. I love it. Very cool.
Yeah, so I have and obviously the community, the data engineers out there kind of liked it because it is where no vendor, no data observability company is talking about their product, but actually talking about how data observability is solving the problem for those data engineers, those solution architects. And it did pretty well. We saw like almost close to 2,500 downloads just for the book itself.
Wow.
And a lot of interest from a lot of companies, a lot of engineers out there. So that was the win. I obviously want to do another book around Gen AI or around AI, real time AI, with obviously bringing in all different vendors again together. I don't want to, because I feel, with vendors or even with thought leaders, the perspective, there are different perspectives in just one book, and there could be a lot of interesting topics. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Let's see how that shapes up. I'm just waiting for just a few more months, where we see that, okay, now ChatGPT, it's been a year since it has been released. Say in November it will be a year.
Yeah.
And like we've seen day in and out, there have been so many companies, so many thought leaders just talking about AI. Like
Yeah.
even today till date, if you get up in the morning and if you see your LinkedIn feed, it will be filled with AI.
Yes.
Somehow you might have visited so many conferences as well, where it's just about Gen AI, it's just about anything around AI that even the data companies are talking about. So I want to get that type of perspective in the book, but in a way which is very much valuable and mature, where the reader kind of feels that, okay, it's not just the hype that folks are talking about, but it's something which makes sense and is actually practically viable, and makes it important for the audience as well, where they feel intrigued to go out and download. I'll keep it free for the audience, for the community, just to make sure that it reaches and influences as many people as it can, and it helps them in their journey. So that's the project I have in mind. It's
Nice.
still in
That
the
should be
making. I
fun.
won't I'm not putting anything in record, because it has happened. Like obviously there are many projects that we think about, but sometimes it's like it didn't turn out, and then people kind of come back to you that you mentioned this, we saw this
Oh,
live
please,
session with.
Ravit. You know how many things I've started or said I'm going to do? Like that's just the nature of sharing things publicly, right? Once we start sharing our ideas on social media, people will come back and say, "Hey, did you ever create that app?" Or I was thinking to write a book about business literacy for data professionals, and people
Oh
still
wow.
ask like, "Hey, where is that?" I'm like, "Well, I decided not to do it. It's just you can start a project and then maybe lose interest and lose excitement or realize it's not
Sometimes, yeah,
the right fit
it
for
can
you,
be.
like, or time wise, time constraints, things happen. So I'm completely fine with people calling me out and saying, "Hey, did you do this?" Like, no, but I did these other things, that made me happy. So
Yeah, no, 100%, I agree. And that is so true. In these times, things kind of change and evolve so quickly. Like I don't know if in November something else comes up, like
yeah,
Chat GPT, and things kind of move in a different direction altogether. If people are talking about LLMs, I think it was all about LLMs since last 4 or 5 months,
right.
and we don't know for the next 4 months what's going to change. But it's interesting times that we are in, so I'm enjoying, and having these live sessions. One thing that I'm very much consistent, and I would love to stay very much consistent, is about the interviews. Like I've slowed down a bit, but still I want to get on a pace where I'm getting more and more enterprise leaders and different thought leaders as well to share about different topics. Like I'm doing tomorrow a session with Bill Marzo, and I'm pretty sure you know him pretty well. And we're talking about data literacy, data and AI literacy, and why is it important. So
Okay.
those topics are pretty interesting for the audience as well. So I'm yeah the thing that I want to do is obviously be more consistent and bring more content and more people on the show to help the community learn more and more different things. Not only just talk about AI. Like
Yeah.
I'm definitely up for folks who are wanting to come in. Learn about AI and even get those types of leaders, but also the things which are apart from AI in data. I want to bring those topics as well, and even the real things that these thought leaders and these enterprise leaders are doing. I want to
Mhm.
get that type of perspective out. But
Yeah.
yeah, what's your thing, Kate? Obviously you've been visiting a lot of conferences. You've been at a lot. You've been traveling a lot, and then you've been recording a lot of like y'all. First of all, congrats on your first LinkedIn, the two LinkedIn courses that you've already done,
Yeah,
and
this
they've
is the
done
third one.
pretty
I just
well.
recorded my third
Oh wow,
LinkedIn learning course just a couple of weeks ago. It's all about all tricks, tips and tricks for beginners and I guess intermediate
nice.
Alteryx users. That was fun. I do have two other courses, one about data careers and different paths you can take, and another one on personal branding, which I think we probably have some overlap between your tech community and my personal branding because it is all about just putting yourself out there. And I think there's
Out there.
some overlap. I can't wait to see your course. But yeah, I also am trying to get a bit back into my DATAcated show. I
Yep.
I've been running it almost every single week for the past couple of years, and I took last summer off, and I decided I'll take this summer off as well because I think though the interest is there, people might want to spend their time like at the beach, at the lake, and my kids are home,
True.
so I'm trying to just enjoy them as young kids, before they get older and they want to spend time with me anymore. So I'm trying to just take it easy this summer. But yeah, September is into 2 days. School starts in just a week or so, and I plan to get back to my Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern show. So yeah, similarly talking to enterprise leaders, talking to thought
Yep.
leaders, talking to data vendors, friends, just people in general, getting a regular cadence going. Maybe even increase it to 2 times a week. I'll
Two
see.
times. Yep.
We'll see. There's so many conversations that we could be having. I don't want to overwhelm the audience, but I do like to hear the feedback. A lot of people get value from these conversations because, especially these enterprise leaders, right? Like the CEO, the founder of a big company, they don't have the time to talk to people individually, but getting them on the Ravit show or the DATAcated show or the other shows, it just allows us to help spread awareness about their thoughts and educate the community. So I look forward to doing that a bit more, reading more.
Hmm.
I'm actually thinking to read more about data. So I learn a lot through my shows, but I feel like there's always something new to learn and so many new innovations that I need to just keep getting better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's very true in terms of, obviously getting on that, you know, on that bit where things are innovating very quickly, and then, staying up to date. We talk a lot to a lot of leaders on the show, but sometimes it's like going back and thinking about we've learned something, but how do we grow in that space is
yeah,
something that can only happen through the reading. And I'm definitely looking forward to your upcoming course on LinkedIn Learning, which is about Alteryx. I definitely am signing up already.
it's
Just
a quick one. It's
whenever you
going to
go out,
be
announce.
probably 25, 35 minutes. It's going to be a very
Which
quick
is
one.
good. Which
By
is
the way,
good. I have so many courses that I've put in my save list, and they're
yeah.
like 1 hour long, 1.5 hour long, and then I always think that okay, I'll try to make it. 25 minutes is very quick, and which is good. So good to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, before we wrap up, I want to show one more thing. 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
The other thing I'm trying to learn. So
Oh wow,
I,
guitar.
I used I used to play guitar before I had kids, and I'm trying to get back into that. So I'll,
Very
I'll
cool.
actually be
So
posting about it soon.
that's very cool. So you'll be competing with Tiankai in singing data songs now?
I won't be singing data songs, but I do want to just learn some new skills. I think that would definitely be fun.
But definitely now we are having one jamming session when we meet in London for sure. When we all data Avengers hang out, I'm gonna find a place where I can say that has a guitar, and then we'll hand you over the guitar. So you have 3 weeks, Kate. You can prepare something. It will be fun.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be great in 2 weeks. That's enough time. So, Ravi, this was fun. I think, we should do this more often. And it was great to see some of the audience join us. I know this wasn't scheduled or planned or promoted in any way, but
Nothing at all. Yeah.
always good to chat with you. And I'll see everybody online. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Thanks, Kate.
Bye.